Look at the disaster we used to work in. I'm so happy that we can finally work in a place that's not as messy as this one.
It's only messy because you don't clean up.
You don't clean up either.
I do.
Only a little bit.
A little bit more than you. Alright. Let's go to the new shop. It's not completely done, but we're really close.
At least it looks nicer. It's bigger too. This is our new shop. We have a lot more space to work with, and it's not messy. Yet.
Yes. I like how you said that. Yes. Okay, so right now the shop's up. We're going to show you guys the footage on where we started from 2 years ago, and I'm going to do a little commentary on, what's going on. But as you can see, our epoxy floors are almost done. We need to do a top coat on it, and as you can see, we have our best cars inside the shop because it was snowing the last couple days, if you saw that. We were going over the footage, and it looks like it snowed every February, so it was due, apparently. What else can I say? Well, that's it. Enjoy the show. It's not going to be as dramatic as effect as it would be if it was nighttime, but I'm not going to have him at nighttime, so. Hey, lights! Aha. The lights we're using, we got 4 of those. Okay. Oh, and the skylights help the light too. 1,500, they're 50,000 lumens lights. So we're going to have these until it's not enough, and then I'll do something else up here. But, alright, roll that intro.
Yeah! Wait, but this is the intro.
There's a lot of pressure on here. Okay, got my $13 smoothie, 2 rusty nuts, the ambulance, the welder. What does that mean? Alright, here we are. This is the very beginning. So this is what I had to work with before. And we start cleaning everything up. So Adam, who you see in the video, he's helping me. Because at this time I'm deployed with the Navy, so I'm not there. So Adam's pretty much doing all the work, getting everything prepped and ready to go. So I guess I could talk about the project cars that were moving around. So that black Z that he's got right there, that's the one that I'm using all the suspension and transmission on my 79 Datsun. Which you don't see in this picture because it's on the other side, on the right hand side. Alright, so that Acura right there, it's a Type S automatic, and I bought it for parts for Zoe, the one that you've seen in the videos. So I was able to take the front bumper, the rear bumper, the seats, some interior pieces, and eventually the wheels are going to go on there. Okay, the red Z that you see right there next to the white truck, that's Jared's. Yeah, so right now Adam is moving all the cars around because we're going to have a new container go in that top left corner. Here's the Infiniti Q45. We're using it, using the motor and the rear end for my Datsun as well. So I'm going to put that V8 in the Datsun with the 300ZX suspension and transmission. Okay, the rodeos,
that you saw just come off the trailer, those are going to get stripped for parts. I was going to, build them. I've got 3 of them. You only see 2 here in the video, but I want to basically, when the new shop's done, I'm going to roll those in and I'm going to start parting them out and selling stuff on eBay to get rid of them. Oh, he hit the rodeo. Oh my gosh. This is my 84 Toyota 4Runner that I converted to a rock crawler, basically. So, 4-link suspension, front and rear, V6, automatic, dual transfer cases. Of course, I haven't used it much. And that's Adam's personal car that he actually doesn't have anymore. Oh wait, no, that's his mom's car. Okay, that's a twin turbo 300ZX that we are going to restore and do some mild upgrades to. I want to get, around 400 horsepower out of it. But it's all complete. It's got a little bit of rust on the rocker panel. But other than that, it's in really good condition, besides the motor being locked up. Cleaning up the tarps, moving motors around. Alright, so now they're setting the blocks for the container to sit on so it'll be level. And that's Adam's son that's helping him. Tree. You see that tree on the back? So we had a tree on the side on there to the right, and he actually used the tow truck to pull it out of the ground. Alright, here's the container. So the guy couldn't get the container in there. He couldn't manage to, maneuver the trailer to get it all the way back in the corner. So he's going to dump it right here where it sits, and then Adam has to get it, attempt to get it with the tow truck. Now he's using he's thinking he's going to slide it over with the tow truck, which is there's no way. That's a 40-foot container. It weighs like 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. Plus it's on that dual tandem trailer. So yeah, this is where he dumps it. So now Adam's going to use the winch and try and drag it as far as he can. I guess he's going to pick it up first. And when he did this, there's now a divot in the bed of my tow truck from that. Because it's so heavy. Because that's just an aluminum bed. That poor truck. Oh, now he's getting the winch out. I think this is where I told him to put some wood underneath it to help it slide. And that's as far as he can get it. Yeah. Oh, does he drag it a little more? No. So, I guess I missed it on the recordings, but I'm pretty sure they used that bobcat, that skid steer, to push that container back. So now they're measuring for the pad, and they've got to move that shed and then start doing that's me looking around. And now they're starting to cut some of the ground. They're laying their forms in place. So the shop's going to be a 40 by 40. I'll probably say that like 3 or 4 times. Oh, here they go with the shed. So the shed's actually on 2 metal I-beams, and they're hooking up to those and just like dragging it. And then I used Big Red to move the shed to the other side where you've seen it in the videos. And that was fun. I don't think I have any recordings of that. So now they're digging more of the perimeter, trying to get their baseline for the slab. And there's an existing slab that they're butting up against. But it's not the same height. The new slab's going to be taller. Checking for square. Slab turned out pretty good, but they were 1 inch short on the width dimension when we actually installed the steel for the shop. It was too short. Alright, so now they're digging the perimeter beams. And this is 12 inches wide, I believe 18 inches deep. Now the centers. Oh, here comes the sand truck. This is where they get it all level. And the vapor barrier. We're putting some rebar on there to hold it down. So yeah, number 3 rebar on top at 12 inches on center, and then number 4 is used in the sides, in the little trenches, the beams, grade beams, I guess you'd call it. So now he's bending the rebar, and I think these are going to go in the trenches there. Okay, so now they're digging a hole for the lift. And the lift's going to go in the center. Somehow or another, he thought it was going to go right there. Still working on that rebar, tying it all together. So you have 4 inside each of those beams. 4 number 4s. Alright, so the slab is going to be 6 inches thick. As you might have seen in that text, it was pretty fast. We have 12 inches on center, number 3 on top. Basically, when we were designing the slab, it had to be able to accept the weight of the ambulance. And that was the minimal requirement. So the ambulance weighs 17,000 pounds. How they're tying all these together. Okay, now they're leveling that container and getting it set where it's supposed to be. Moving the shed back. What I should have done is left the shed right there where it's at. But then I wanted to move it, and that's when it all got all screwed up. Now, I'm not sure what they're doing right there in the corner, why they dug that trench. Maybe you can type down in the comments and tell me what that's the reasoning for that, if that's some type of drainage. Oh yeah, here's where they're digging the lift in the correct spot. And I put the numbers there so I know how far it is from the edge and then in between. So when I actually put the lift in, I'll know where it's at. Oh yeah, a cat went down there and was investigating the holes. Now they're putting the setting chairs in, and this will lift the rebar up so it's in the center of the actual slab. watch this guy on the left. He just like sits there and looks like he's taking a nap. They're waiting for the concrete truck. Yep. Now they're putting some tarps over the fence so the splatter won't get on the fence. Here's the first truck. And there they go. Start pouring. Truck number 2. There's a good view of the actual pump truck. It's pretty tall. It's like 50 foot in the air or something. Truck number 4. There's the last truck. I don't think this was a full truck, but I'm pretty sure I paid for a full truck. Yeah, he told me it was 39 yards. Oh, they pushed all the sand next to that tree. That's where that stayed forever. Now they're doing a little whirly bird, making it smooth. Now they're pulling off their forms. I guess this is where they're trying to level out the ground. I still got that huge mountain of sand. Now we are able to use that sand later when we put the gravel. Oh yeah, they're fixing the fence. I think they hit it with the pump truck. But aside from aside from just replacing the planks, they actually bent one of the poles, so the whole fence leans on that one side. I'm pretty upset about that. Okay, so now here we're at the end, right? The slab's done, and this is just a fast forward through of, you know, what it looks like for drying time. You can see the perimeter, how it's, you know, different color, and then the centers. You can probably see the random cat walk through. But I think it was 2 days before Adam came back and started moving stuff on the pad. So he had to use the pad for a staging area to actually take all the parts and stuff out of the containers and put it in that new container in the back, is where all our car parts went. And I got shelves and stuff that went in there. You can see the clouds and the windshields of all the cars back there. But that's really it. We're going to watch this concrete dry for the next 4 minutes. There's not a whole lot to see. I'm not exactly sure why I left it in the video. You can see the shadow of the trees, how the sun's moving. I'm not sure what Adam's doing with that trailer and stuff. Why is he checking clearance to see if he can get a car on there? I had to put those pavers, those concrete pavers, and then some concrete bags I had at the edge of that slab so we could actually get cars on there. Looks like he's putting some wood and stuff down so he can drive a car on it. Alright, now we're the next day. And I sped this up like quick, like double speed what we've been looking at. I might go back and speed up the rest. Yeah, so after day 2, so 24-hour, it seemed like a set, or maybe it was 48. I think they finished on the 25th. You have to look back on the video here. But now he's just moving stuff out, staging it, so he can get ready to put it in that container. That's it.